What up, YouTube? It's been a minute, but I'm back. We're a couple weeks into Lean With Me. I got sick for like 2 weeks and that was like ruining me. So I didn't make no videos, I didn't eat, I didn't work out. It was whack. If you follow me on Instagram, you knew that. But we're back in it. We're down 10 pounds, 4 weeks I think. We'll probably cut down another 5-ish, I think. Because I was at 167. Potentially go down to 160 depending what I'm looking like. I'm looking pretty soft even though I've lost weight, so that just means I need to tighten up the skin. So we'll work on that. What we're gonna talk about today, we got an actual topic. First, we're gonna start with fat loss. Some quick tips and stuff, because you can talk about fat loss for years, hours, days, minutes. We're just gonna talk about some quick things that I do and I've been doing to lose some weight. So pay attention. And they might work for you, they might not. They're just quick tips. So one big thing is cardio, throwing it in. I personally have only done it once a week, but if you want to lose more weight, more cardio. I personally do cardio at either the end of a workout, and that the reason for that is because I'd rather use my energy on the working out aspect of it for like lifting, and then after that I'll do cardio. Minimum of like 20 minutes, 25 minutes minimum. And that what that will do is use fat storages as energy as long as I'm doing low intensity, like walking on treadmill, instead of using my food and sugars for energy at the beginning of the workout on cardio, so that I'm like depleted and tired by the time I start working out like weightlifting. So with the low intensity, that literally means like walking, slight jogging, Stairmaster, potentially skipping, but that's just like easy cardio. You're walking, you're just in movement. You'll be using more fat than you will using your glycogen and food that you've stored up and eaten throughout the day, as opposed to like high intensity like HIIT or like running, sprinting, and marathon jogging type stuff. You're gonna be using your sugars more, the food you've eaten more, the stuff you've taken in is what you're gonna be using. So if your goal is to burn lots of calories really quickly, do some HIIT. If you got that time, you're trying to maintain more muscle and lose fat, and you got the time, do the slow stuff. Whatever works for you, whatever your goal is, tailor it to that. Personally, I'm trying to hold on to as much muscle while losing fat as I can. You're obviously gonna lose a little bit of muscle when you cut down. It's just the way she goes. If we could keep all the muscle, life would be a blessing, but it's not as much as you'd want it to be. So do that. Super important is water. You guys gotta be drinking that water. Water is literally, obviously it's a necessity. We need it for everything, but it's gonna help with your weight loss. It's gonna help with your joints, keeping them lubricated. It's gonna help with your skin. It's gonna help your lips if they're chapped and stuff. It's gonna help keep you hydrated. Your muscle is 75% water around. You need to keep it filled up. Drink water. Substitute all your juices and teas and coffee. Well, if you're drinking coffee, drink your coffee. Just try to have like 2-3 cups of water per like cup of coffee. Pops and stuff, throw them out. If you're trying to lose weight, the quickest way to add up calories is your liquids. If you're having like a tea, you're having coffee, you're having a juice, you're hitting up Starbucks and you're getting some fancy drink where it's coming out to like 500 to 700 calories, and then later on that night you have like a glass of wine, you have another glass of juice or something, you could be hitting 1,000 calories in just drinks by the end of the day, and you're not even getting full off of them. They're just sugar and stuff. Don't waste your time. Don't get your calories from liquids. Get your calories from food. It's gonna help. Drink that water. If you have the money and you're willing to do it, buy some BCAAs, branched chain amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks to muscle. You drink those throughout the day. They'll keep you from going catabolic, aka muscle wasting, using up muscle as energy, which we want to keep as much muscle as we can. There's many and plenty of different BCAAs to choose from. Some of them will have things in them like creatine. If you don't want creatine in it, then don't get a BCAA or creatine. If you want, some creatines will have energy in them, so either like ginseng and stuff, or even caffeine. Some of them will have caffeine in them, so it's kind of like having a coffee without all the extra calories, and they're usually either low calorie or no calorie, and they don't have sugar in them, so they're not sweetened by like cane sugar and stuff, so it's not like juice, which is awesome. Some of them will have pump inducers, so you can drink them during your workout, which they're good to drink during your workout anyway, whether they have a pump inducer or not. And what that's gonna do is just like make the muscle look fuller, if that's your goal. That will increase the nitric oxide in your muscle. That's what gives it that like 3D look. Drinking your water is gonna fill it up, so they'll work together. Another supplement that I personally like to use when I'm trying to cut is CLA. I get it from like the GNC or Walmart, just the All Max brand. It's cheap, like 16, 20 bucks. Don't need to be dropping $60, $80 on a fat burner. It's just not necessary. You have CLA, you can stack it with a pre-workout, you're good to go. Workout, add that all up. Once you start losing weight, you'll have that, if you're like me, you'll have that skin that's just not tightening up. Little bit of tips and tricks for that would be like lowering your sodium. Your sodium's gonna make you hold less water, not necessarily be more dehydrated, but you'll hold less water when you're having less sodium. Dairy, for not all, but for most, will bloat you, so milk. It's for baby cows. You're not a baby cow. Have alternatives. Soy milk, almond milk, coconut milk, cashew milk. Personally, I'm on that almond milk. Best change ever. Stomach is A1 all day long, no bloating, and it tastes good. And the calories are way lower in almond milk than they are in milk. Like milk, a cup is around like 120 calories or so. If you get it unsweetened or sweetened, the difference is literally 40 calories to 80 calories. It can be 80 calories per cup or 40 calories per cup depending on the company and if it's sweetened or not. So watch out for that. But literally 1 cup, both are 1 cup of liquids. This one's 120 or so, this one's around 40 to 80. Boom, that's gonna bring your calories down from the liquid. So that helps a lot too. It's the one I use is Almond Breeze. I use chocolate for protein shakes because it just mixes good with everything. And it's an unsweetened chocolate. I use the vanilla for like cereal and stuff just to get like it wet. I don't really drink it that much. I'll mostly drink water. You want to be staying in a caloric deficit. That doesn't mean that every single day you're in a caloric deficit. You can plan out your macros and calories for the week and then decide to have high and low days, but that still equal the same amount of calories at the end of the week. So if you're at 2,000 calories every day for the week, you got what, 2,000 times 7? Figure out that number, and then you can spread it so you have higher calories on like the days you hit legs, or high calories on the day you hit back because they're your biggest muscles, or the muscles that you want to grow or maintain more that you lack. Have your high calorie days on those days, and then low calorie days on the days that you're hitting the muscles you don't really care about or are naturally grow already and you have to worry about them. So you can plan that out. If your goal is to lose weight and hold on to like see your muscles and stuff like I'm trying to do, you gotta be having protein to maintain that muscle. You can't just cut your calories, have your protein down at like 40 grams. You're gonna start using your muscles energy, fats as energy, all the food you're eating is energy. So just a quick gauge of how much protein to have is to times your weight by 0.8 up to 2.2 per kg. So if you're 70 kgs times 70 by 0.8 or upwards towards 2.2 being the upper limit, and then just use that as a reference, it should be fine. But try to get that protein in to maintain muscle. You could probably you can still maybe grow a little bit of muscle while you're cutting, depends on how your body works. And then last but not least, supersets. Utilize supersets in your workout. Not only are they going to make your workout faster, so then you can have more time to do cardio or stretch or anything at the end, or if you're compressed for time, you can do the same amount of volume in a lower amount of time. Also, you're gonna be using more energy during each workout if you're doing 2 exercises at the same time. So utilize those. They'll help get you a good pump. Muscles will look nice and full. You'll use more energy, use more calories. You'll probably sweat more, and it's more efficient of your time. So those are just a couple of tips and tricks. Take them, leave them. I'm not telling you to do them. I'm telling you the things that I do and know that other people do. So you can try those out if you want. So that's it on this segment for fat loss. Any other questions? If you want to go more in depth, if you want, because you can talk about fat loss all day long. Instagram, Ice Viota, in the down there. Go DM me. We can talk. I'm doing this for you guys. Going to school for it so I can teach you guys, so I can train you people. I'm doing it for you guys, so hit me up.